What if I told you flagship AI features don't really have to come with flagship prices? And this phone might just change the way you think about mid-range devices. Let's check if the OPPO Reno12 lives up to its high promises. Yeah. Whoa. It survived. Let's start with the look and feel. Now, the OPPO Reno12 comes in two amazing styles. The first one here is Astro Silver. It has this fluid ripple effect in the background, so it's playing with light. And what it does is it creates a 3D effect on a flat surface. And then, of course, you have matte brown for people who prefer something a little more low-key, and the finish is also pretty smooth. For all you minimalists out there like me who can't stand smudge marks on their phone, this one's for you. And coming to the build, Oppo's managed to keep things impressively slim at just 7.6mm, but it still packs some serious armor. I mean, we're talking about an aerospace grade alloy frame, so you can technically run a car over this. I'm not actually asking you to run a car over this, but you know what I mean. The display is a 6.7-inch AMOLED panel and it comes with a buttery smooth 120Hz refresh rate. So all you gamers out there, you're gonna have a blast playing on this phone. The bezels too are incredibly thin at just 1.56mm. I mean, they're barely even there, which honestly makes for a great viewing experience. And here's the best part. This large display is rocking Gorilla Glass 7i, which is some of the best scratch and drop protection in the smartphone game right now. Now enough about the design. Let's see what's powering this device. OPPO teamed up with MediaTek for a custom Dimensity 7300 SoC chip. It's an octa-core CPU built on a cutting-edge 4nm processor, which basically translates to power efficiency, especially when it comes to demanding AI workloads. It has a massive 5000 mAh battery and an 80-watt fast-charging brick. That basically means 0 to 100% battery in less than 47 minutes. And we've been testing the smartphone all day. We still have about 30% of the battery left. So yeah, solid specs across the board, but here's where things get interesting. OPPO is leveraging all this hardware to deliver some genuinely innovative next-level AI experiences that I wasn't expecting at this price point. And that's what we're going to dive into next. OPPO has really flexed their AI game with the Reno12, and I have to say, after spending some time with it, it's impressive how they've done it. But wait, to make this review even more interesting, we have another smartphone with us. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, which is a flagship offering by Samsung. These phones have a huge price gap amongst them. So let's see which one's better. Starting with the AI Razr 2.0, I took this amazing photo of the Burj Al Arab, but there's a kayak in front of it which I do not like in frame and I want to remove it. Just a few taps and boom, it's gone. Now I tried the same thing on the S24 Ultra and honestly both phones do a great job, but the edges on the OPPO 12. They're more cleaner, more natural looking, and OPPO says that they've trained this on over 1 billion photographs. The AI Razr 2.0 automatically detects passerbys on the frame and allows users to remove all of them with a single click. So you don't have to do it manually. And as of now, OPPO promises that this feature is available exclusively on their products. And what's even crazier is that the OPPO AI Razr can recognize over 120 categories of objects. Now that includes people, pets, trees, flowers, phones, and buildings. Here are a couple of more photographs that I've taken. Let's experiment on those. And voila, without getting into any of the photo editing stuff, it gets the job done pretty nice and smooth. Now imagine trying to do that manually in Photoshop. That would be a nightmare. Now this next feature, the AI Studio, is where things get wild. Just take a selfie and it lets you generate these different stylized versions of yourself. Want to see what you'd look like as an astronaut or a noir detective? The Reno12 makes it happen in just a few taps. But my favorite feature for productivity has to be the AI recording summary. I recorded one of our team meetings and the phone actually broke it down into key points, action items. It even highlighted the dates and locations, which is a huge time saver. But talking about productivity, there's more that this phone has to offer. The AI writer feature in the Reno12 is like having a personal writing assistant. It doesn't just correct your grammar, it can generate targeted content based on the images you're about to post. And then there's AI Speak, which can read out your messages or articles, making multitasking convenient. It seems OPPO has gone all in on AI with the Reno 12. Now you might be thinking, sure, but how does it compare to its other tough AI contender, the Samsung S24 Ultra, which does have its own impressive AI tricks like the super smooth AI zoom or the handy photo assist for editing? But considering the price difference, I'm actually amazed as to how the OPPO packs a lot of unique and powerful features that you won't find anywhere else in the market. But it's not just about having features, and after using the phone for a few days, I realized how OPPO has seamlessly integrated them into day-to-day use. The AI toolbox, for instance, it intelligently recommends the right tool based on what you're doing. It's like having a smart AI assistant. And I honestly believe that the Reno 12 is proof that mid-rangers can punch way above their weight class when it comes to AI. Now, I know we've spoken a lot about AI, so let's shift gears and take a peek at the camera. And this is one department where OPPO has set high expectations from the very beginning, even going back to its previous models. And with the Reno 12, OPPO's made sure to maintain that tradition. The camera setup is pretty impressive for a mid-range phone. I mean, we're talking about a 50 megapixel main sensor with OIS, which is solid hardware to begin with. But what really stands out is the versatility. You've got multiple focal lengths at your fingertips, 0.6 for wide shots, 1 for standard, and a 2 times zoom that does not skimp on quality. The selfie game is strong too, with a 32 megapixel front camera that can switch between 0.8 and 2 times. Camera specs overall are great, but I feel the real magic happens when you combine this hardware with OPPO's AI features. At the end of the day, it's all about finding the right balance of features and value for your needs. And in that regard, the Reno 12 is a pretty compelling option. So that's the OPPO Reno 12 5G, and I have to say it's upped my expectations in every way about what we should expect from mid-range phones in 2024. The hardware is solid, I mean decent performance, good display, fast charging, but it's really the software where OPPO is pushing boundaries. Now in some cases, we're seeing features matching flagship phones in terms of hardware, but when it comes to AI features, this phone's actually a step ahead in some areas. What OPPO's done here is take something like AI, which is usually reserved for top tier phones, and really go all in but at a much lower price point. They're not just ticking boxes, they're actually innovating. If you're looking for a solid mid-range buy, then the OPPO Reno 12 is definitely a strong contender, and it's by far the best mid-range AI-powered smartphone that I've come across. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mashable Middle East. And while you're at it, just hit the notification bell right there because there's more tech coming your way.